Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet seemed to be keeping the reality of their relationship under wraps, while Kris Jenner was pushing hard for him to appear in the upcoming season of The Kardashians. This was where the story began to unfold. Before diving deeper, the narrator introduced himself as Sebastian, someone who shares daily pop culture tea videos. He made it clear that if anyone was searching for a new messy best friend, they had just found the right place. He warmly welcomed his audience back to the channel, reminding newcomers that the entire vibe was meant to feel like a FaceTime call. At this moment, the setting had shifted to Hamburg, Germany. After leaving London, Sebastian and his partner were now staying with his in-laws. Grateful for the environment, he apologized for the plain background, explaining that remodeling was taking place. The point was to keep things intimate, just the storyteller and the audience, without distractions. The discussion then returned to Kris Jenner, whose usual maneuvering was once again at play. She was Kris Jennering, as he put it. Amid playful commentary, he joked about how much walking in Europe had changed his physique, comparing himself to J.Lo with her famous "This is me now" energy. With a laugh, he teased about opening an OnlyFans account and warned playfully to lock up your men, boyfriends, and husbands. Then, his tone softened for a moment. He acknowledged that it was Sunday, a day when many people felt the weight of the Sunday blues. He spoke directly to those who might be struggling, feeling alone, lost, or emotionally unsettled. He offered encouragement, reminding them that the upcoming week would be full of blessings. Everyone, he emphasized, was worthy of happiness, love, and a good life. With that reassurance shared, he circled back once more. The main point of discussion remained Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, two names stirring fresh headlines again. According to close sources, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were deliberately hiding the true nature of their relationship. This development followed their sighting at a cafe in Budapest. Insiders revealed that, with both of their demanding schedules, the two stars had been managing a long-distance relationship. Yet recent reports hinted that things were far from perfect between them. It was even claimed that Kylie and Timothée were leaning closer toward ending things rather than holding on. Their romance at one point was even described as nothing more than an empty show-once. Since the beginning of their relationship, they had appeared together at multiple public events, especially after their romantic trip to France. But soon after, each became tied up with separate responsibilities. Chalamet busy filming Dune, Part 3 in Budapest, while Jenner juggled her children and her business commitments. Naturally, this kept them apart for extended periods. Breakup. Rumors escalated further when Chalamet missed Kylie's 28th birthday. However, speculation was quickly silenced when a coffee shop in Buda shared a viral Instagram photo, proving that the couple had recently visited the cafe together. On the surface, everything seemed normal, but sources whispered otherwise. The celebrity pair, it was said, had been struggling to carve out time for one another. Despite having access to a private jet, Jenner reportedly could not manage the long 12-hour flight to see her boyfriend. Those close to them noted that both had made genuine efforts to make the relationship work. They had done everything possible, yet one thing was still missing: a proposal. And that rumored proposal had become the latest topic of conversation surrounding them. In essence, the discussion was being summarized regarding Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. Kylie, of course, was rooted in Los Angeles as a mother, while Timothée remained tied up with filming commitments that could last another 4 to 6 months. Another layer came from those within Timothée's circle. According to reports, nearly everyone around him, from his team to his family, had been urging him to step away from Kylie. Their reasoning was that the relationship would not benefit his career and could potentially harm it. Yet, despite the warnings, Timothée was said to be following his heart, determined to hold on to Kylie and keep her in his life. At the same time, new reports suggested a different struggle. Allegedly, Timothée found it difficult to keep up with Kylie Jenner and the Kardashian family's extravagant lifestyle. The endless wealth, the grandeur, and the unique way of life reportedly left him feeling somewhat disconnected and even lost. It wasn't hard to imagine why. The Kardashian-Jenner family's fortune placed them in a world so surreal that most people couldn't begin to comprehend it. Much of what they lived through never even made it to television. Industry whispers suggested that the family showcased only about 15% of their real life on their reality show. leaving the rest, including rumors of secret tunnels and unimaginable luxuries, completely hidden from public view and eyes. Los Angeles, stories always seemed to surface, some of them wild, some believable. And from what had been heard, this situation was no different. With all of these elements combined, speculation began to grow stronger. A breakup between Kylie Jenner and TimotheeChalamet seemed closer than ever. Yesterday, reports surfaced suggesting that Kylie Jenner and TimotheeChalamet were allegedly planning to get married. The story, as always, seemed to come from countless angles, multiple sources, conflicting updates, and endless speculation. One could hardly keep up. One day they were supposedly divorcing, the next they were together. One moment they were separating, and another they appeared happily apart. Observers were left bewildered, struggling to understand the reality of the situation. Meanwhile, Kris Jenner remained actively involved behind the scenes. According to insiders, she had been trying to persuade Timothée to join the family's reality show, a tactic that was not exactly new, but continued to be a point of focus. The upcoming season, it seemed, was in need of a significant hook. With little else of note currently happening in their lives, the producers reportedly wanted something sensational to draw viewers. In past seasons, the only family members regularly participating had been Kourtney, Kim, and Kris herself. Khloe and Kourtney reportedly distanced themselves from filming, while Kylie and Kendall appeared mainly to promote brands. Introducing Timothée into the mix, then, promised a ratings boost unlike any before. Fans would finally get to see Kylie interact closely with a man in a genuine context, beyond her previous relationships with Tyga and Travis Scott. From Kris Jenner's perspective, having Timothée on the show was not just a casting decision. It was a strategic move to bring excitement and visibility to the family dynamic. She was practically salivating at the thought. Kris Jenner was determined to have TimotheeChalamet appear on the show. Insiders suggested that her enthusiasm wasn't just for drama, it was a calculated move that could significantly boost both the family's visibility and her own brand. Bringing him on board was expected to create a massive impact, both for ratings and public attention. As the story wrapped up, Sebastian reflected on the audience, encouraging viewers to share their opinions in the comments. He expressed deep gratitude for their support and excitement over being able to bring them along for every update. The journey, he promised, was far from over. Many more adventures lay ahead. With heartfelt warmth, he wished everyone a blessed week and signed off, eager to return with the next update.